Jennifer Aniston revealed that her late Friends co-star Matthew Perry was happy and healthy, as she was even texting him on the morning of his death at 54. The 54-year-old actress got candid about their interactions together during Perry's final days in a new interview with Variety on Monday. Aniston said, as he said he'd love to be remembered. He was happy, he was healthy, he had quit smoking, he was getting in shape. He was happy, that's all I know. I was literally texting with him that morning, funny Matty. He was not in pain. He wasn't struggling. He was happy. Jennifer Aniston revealed that her late Friends co-star Matthew Perry was happy and healthy, as she was even texting him on the morning of his death at 54. Last month, Aniston was ready to say goodbye to her longtime friend Perry on November 15, which was just over 2 weeks after his untimely death at age 54. The morning show star shared an emotional post to Instagram paying tribute to her late Friends co-star, who was tragically found dead at his home on October 28. Aniston included a sweet text message that Perry sent her sometime in the past, in which he gushed about being able to make her laugh, something she said was intensely important to him. Her tribute arrived a day after her fellow co-stars Matt LeBlanc and Courtney Cox both shared their own tributes to their friend. In addition to her behind-the-scenes communications with Perry, Aniston included a sweet clip from Friends in which his character Chandler confessed his platonic love for her character Rachel before her tearful goodbye. One last goodbye. Jennifer Aniston, 54, paid tribute to her late Friends co-star Matthew Perry on Wednesday morning with a post including a text message he sent to her before his death. Time equals 400 ms greater than, oh boy, this one has cut deep. Aniston began her difficult farewell. Having to say goodbye to our Matty has been an insane wave of emotions that I've never experienced before, she continued. We all experience loss at some point in our lives. Loss of life or loss of love. Time equals 400 ms greater than. Being able to really sit in this grief allows you to feel the moments of joy and gratitude for having loved someone that deep. And we loved him deeply, the actress declared, adding that Perry was a part of the Friends cast's DNA. We were always the six of us. This was a chosen family that forever changed the course of who we were and what our path was going to be, she recalled. Aniston also recalled Perry's need to make everyone around him crack up. For Matty, he knew he loved to make people laugh. As he said himself, if he didn't hear the laugh, he thought he was going to die. His life literally depended on it, she wrote. And boy, did he succeed in doing just that. He made all of us laugh. And laugh hard. Among her post was a short personal message that Perry had sent her via text some time in the past, though she didn't reveal when the exchange took place. Time equals 400 ms greater than. In the last couple weeks, I've been poring over our texts to one another. Laughing and crying, then laughing again, Aniston admitted. I'll keep them forever and ever. Loving moment. Aniston included a sweet clip of Perry from late in Friends run as his character Chandler confesses his platonic love for her character Rachel before her big move. Sweet and sour. You know what? Let's not say anything else. I love you, Aniston's character says with tears in her eyes as she leans in for a hug with Perry, before he makes a fake farting sound to lighten the mood. Happier times. Aniston included a text message Perry sent her out of nowhere one day, in which he sent her a black and white photo of the two laughing on set. Making you laugh just made my day, he wrote. He found one text that he sent me out of nowhere one day. It says it all. See the second slide. In the text message, Perry appeared to have sent her a black and white photo of the two pictured from behind on a set, presumably while taping Friends, as he said something that seemed to make her grin ear to ear. Making you laugh just made my day, he wrote with the photo. It made my day, smiley face. In her text, Aniston replied, "Aw, the first of thousands of times." In her caption, she added a loving farewell to Perry while hoping that he was at peace now. Matty, I love you so much and I know you are now completely at peace and out of any pain, she wrote. Time equals 400 ms greater than. I talk to you every day. Sometimes I can almost hear you saying, could you be any crazier? She added on a light note, referencing one of Chandler's catchphrases. Rest little brother, she concluded. You always made my day. The long haul. Perry and Aniston starred on Friends through its entire run from 1994 to 2004. Seen together in 1998, Gone Too Soon. Perry appeared to die from accidental drowning in his home's hot tub on October 28, but the cause of death determination is delayed pending a toxicology report. Seen in November 2022 in NYC. Time equals 400 ms greater than. Perry's tragic death occurred on October 28, when he was discovered underwater in his home's hot tub by his assistant, who had left his home briefly to pick up some items for him. Earlier this month, Perry's death certificate was released. Though the actor is believed to have died of accidental drowning, his cause of death has so far been deferred while awaiting the results of a toxicology report. According to police, only medications that Perry had a prescription for were found in his home, but the actor had previously been open about his years-long struggle with addiction and drug abuse. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than Wednesday morning also saw the release of another somber statement from Perry's fellow Friends co-star David Schwimmer, who played Ross. Schwimmer, 57, posted a still from Friends of one of his favorite moments with Perry as he praised his gift for laughter and his enduring friendship. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than in the humorous still. Both sported designer stubble and wore brightly colored suits with the sleeves rolled up and contrasting casual shirts, as inspired by Miami Vice. Matty, thank you for 10 incredible years of laughter and creativity, Schwimmer began in the Instagram post. I will never forget your impeccable comic timing and delivery. You could take a straight line of dialogue and bend it to your will, resulting in something so entirely original and unexpectedly funny it still astonishes. And you had heart, which you were generous with, and shared with us, so we could create a family out of 6 strangers. This photo is from one of my favorite moments with you. Now it makes me smile and grieve at the same time. I imagine you up there, somewhere, in the same white suit, hands in your pockets, looking around. Could there be any more clouds? You had heart. David Schwimmer paid a touching tribute to Perry around the same time as Aniston with a still from Friends of him and Perry dressed up like Miami Vice characters last month. The surviving 5 friends released a joint statement reacting to Perry's shocking death. We are all so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We are a family. Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, and Schwimmer told People. There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. The stars continued. In time we will say more, as and when we are able, the statement continues. For now, our thoughts and our love are with Matty's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world. Perry was laid to rest in a simple hour-long service at Forest Lawn Cemetery in Los Angeles on November 3, in a ceremony attended by his Friends co-stars. An onlooker told DailyMail.com, Ms. Aniston was one of the first to arrive. She kept herself to herself. This is a high-profile gathering. His tearful mother Suzanne Morrison, 84, and Dateline journalist's stepfather Keith Morrison, 76, were both at the private event, as was his father John Perry, 82. Morrison also served as one of the pallbearers. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than the cemetery is opposite Warner Brothers Studios, where Friends was filmed for 10 seasons, and is the final resting place of a galaxy of Hollywood stars, among them Carrie Fisher, Betty Davis, Stan Laurel, Buster Keaton, INXS frontman Michael Hutchence, Paul Walker, Brittany Murphy and Anne Hesh. On Tuesday, Cox, who played Chandler's main love interest Monica Geller, shared her own tribute to Perry. RIP. Courtney Cox previously shared her own tribute on Tuesday, seen as Chandler Bing and Monica Geller. Never forget. Cox, 59, who played Chandler's true love Monica Geller in the show, reflected on the start of their on-screen romance with a clip of the two in bed in London, where their first tryst was revealed. She wrote, I am so grateful for every moment I had with you, Matty, and I miss you every day. When you work with someone as closely as I did with Matthew, there are thousands of moments I wish I could share. For now, here's one of my favorites. To give a little backstory, Chandler and Monica were supposed to have a one-night fling in London. But because of the audience's reaction, it became the beginning of their love story. In this scene, before we started rolling, he whispered a funny line for me to say. He often did things like that. He was funny and he was kind. Matt LeBlanc, 56, who played Chandler's best friend Joey Tribbiani, also shared a remembrance of his late pal on Tuesday. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than Matthew. It is with a heavy heart I say goodbye. The times we had together are honestly among the favorite times of my life, he wrote. It was an honor to share the stage with you and to call you my friend. I will always smile when I think of you and I'll never forget you. Never. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than forever. Chandler and Joey. Matt LeBlanc paid an emotional tribute to Perry on Tuesday. He played Chandler's best friend Joey Tribbiani. 6 stars. LeBlanc, 56, who played Chandler's best friend Joey Tribbiani, wrote, Matthew It is with a heavy heart I say goodbye. The times we had together are honestly among the favorite times of my life. Spread your wings and fly, brother, you're finally free. Much love." He also added a joking addendum, "And I guess you're keeping the $20 you owe me." Perry had reportedly played a 2-hour game of pickleball, a sport similar to tennis but played on a smaller court, earlier on the day of his death, before sending his assistant out on an errand. When they returned, Perry was said to be found unresponsive in his hot tub. His body was taken from his house by the LA County Medical Examiner's office hours after his death. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than Perry had just recently posted a picture of himself and his father John Bennett Perry, who joined him on a Friends episode in 1998. He was born in Massachusetts and raised in Canada by his mother Suzanne Marie after his parents divorced when he was a 1-year-old. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than Perry was a natural fit for the role of Chandler, as he was beloved for his sarcastic one-liners, and many of his mannerisms grew from his own behavior. He said in his memoir, "It was as if someone had followed me around for a year, stealing my jokes, copying my mannerisms, photocopying my world-weary yet witty view of life. One character in particular stood out to me. It wasn't that I thought I could play Chandler. I was Chandler." Perry later revealed that when he was first cast in the sitcom at the age of 24, that is when his alcohol addiction really came to light. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than he said years later that by the end of the 10th series of the hit show, he became entrenched in a lot of trouble. In 2016, he admitted that he didn't remember 3 seasons of filming because he was a little out of it at the time. Bad Days. In his recent memoir, Perry admitted that his drug and alcohol addictions grew during his 10 years starring on Friends, and he previously said he didn't remember filming 3 of its seasons at one point during his time on Friends. Perry said he was taking 55 Vicodin painkillers a day and was down to 128 pounds, 58 kilograms, but yet he didn't know how to stop. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than following his sudden death, many took to social media and gave tribute to the late actor, specifically for his role as Chandler in Friends. Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, attended school with Perry when he lived in the country and wrote a touching post about him. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than Matthew Perry's passing is shocking and saddening. I'll never forget the schoolyard games we used to play, and I know people around the world are never going to forget the joy he brought them. Thanks for all the laughs, Matthew. You were loved, and you will be missed, Trudeau said. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than Warner Brothers, which produced Friends, said in a statement, "We are devastated to learn of Matthew Perry's passing. He was a true gift to us all. Our heart goes out to his family, loved ones, and all of his fans." After moving to LA, Perry starred as Chaz Russell in Boys Will Be Boys and also had roles in shows including sitcom Growing Pains before becoming a global superstar as Chandler. "This was the only guy to play him," creator of Friends Marta Kaufman said in the 2021 reunion special. Love interest, former co-star to Perry, Maggie Wheeler, pictured, mourned his loss. Her character was known for being his on-screen girlfriend, remembered for her nasally voice as she screamed her catchphrase, "Oh my God." Star laid bare the height of his terrible drug and alcohol addiction battle, which nearly cost him his life, in a memoir titled Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, a memoir. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than Perry also revealed that his colon ruptured as a result of his opioid addiction when he was 49. Doctors gave him only a 2% chance of survival and he was in a coma for 2 weeks followed by months more in the hospital. Perry required 14 surgeries to help repair all of the abdominal damage, and he admitted to having gone to rehab 15 times over the years in hopes of kicking his drug addiction. On Monday, Perry's 5 co-stars from Friends released a joint official statement about the actor's tragic passing. Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc and David Schwimmer all signed the statement, telling fans they were heartbroken by the news. "We are all so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We are a family," they told People. "There is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss," the stars continued. "In time we will say more, as and when we are able," the statement continued. "For now, our thoughts and our love are with Matty's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world." Perry famously starred as Chandler Bing in the popular sitcom, alongside Aniston as Rachel, Cox as Monica, LeBlanc as Joey, Kudrow as Phoebe and Schwimmer as Ross. Maggie Wheeler, whose character dated Perry from the show's second season to third, was among the first to publicly mourn her late co-star on social media. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than, what a loss. The world will miss you, Matthew Perry, she captioned the image, which showed her looking at him adoringly as she portrayed her character, Janice Littman-Goralnik. Iconic. Friends was a huge global hit as it ran for 10 seasons between 1994 and 2004. Perry also starred in several films including 17 Again starring Zac Efron, Fools Rush In with Salma Hayek, and Getting In with comedian Dave Chappelle. He featured in The Whole 9 Yards, and The Kid with Bruce Willis, who was a guest star in the 6th series of Friends. Perry never married and ended his engagement to Molly Hurwitz, a talent manager, in 2021. He dated several well-known actresses including Julia Roberts and Lizzie Kaplan.